Hello students, here I am going to discuss the topic that is fullerene. Fullerene is one of the allotrope of the carbon. So what is allotrope of carbon? So carbon, it is not stable, but it can be stabilized by forming different multi-atomic structure which having different molecular configuration, and such structures are called as allotropes. Okay, so fullerene, it is one of the allotrope of the carbon. So fullerenes are the cage-like carbon cluster having the molecular formula carbon 60, carbon 70 and carbon 78, etc. Most common fullerene is carbon 60. It is also known as a Buckminster fullerene. It was discovered during the experiment of laser vaporization of the graphite rod by the scientist Grote. So carbon 60 fullerene, it is also called as a buckyball because all the carbon atoms in carbon 60 fullerene are on the surface of the sphere or ball. Therefore, it is also called as buckyball or Buckminster. Okay, the structures of fullerene. So there are so many points in the structure. Let's see one by one. The first one, fullerenes are the cage-like carbon cluster. Carbon 60 fullerene is very stable and it is spherical in shape. The shape of the carbon 60 fullerene, it is just like a football. Okay, so there are the 12 pentagons and 20 hexagons of carbon atoms in carbon 60 fullerene with a restriction not two pentagons touch to each other. The diameter of the fullerene molecule is zero point 0.7 nanometer or 7 angstrom. So there are total carbon double bond carbon are 30 in carbon 60 fullerene. So carbon single bond carbon bond length is 1.45 angstrom, whereas carbon double bond carbon bond length is 1.38 angstrom. So in carbon 60 fullerene, there are the 60 vertices, 32 faces like pentagonal and hexagonal, and all the carbon atoms are equivalent. The molecule is highly symmetrical and is zero dimensional in nature. It has a tendency to avoid the double bonds in pentagonal rings. It has a abscisic crystal structure. The pentagons on the fullerene are more strength than the hexagons. Therefore, at higher temperature, the fullerene molecules can break at the pentagon site. Okay, so which are the properties of the fullerene? First one, fullerene is basically semiconductor, but it becomes a superconductor on doping with the alkali metals. It is a mustard color and look brown and black as its thickness increases. As the pentagonal rings have the tendency to avoid the double bond, the fullerene shows a poor aromatic nature or poor delocalization. Due to carbon double bond carbon, fullerenes has a more character like alkenes and it shows the electrophilic addition diels alder reactions with the cyclopentadienes, okay, etc. Fullerenes undergo the photodissociation on irradiation, forms the smaller fullerenes or opens because of strains increase in the rings. It is possible to trap some ions inside the fullerene cage or attach some functional molecules from outside. Okay, so therefore it is useful in a drug delivery system in a medical field. So which are the application or uses of fullerene? It is used as a superconductor on doping with the alkali metals. It can be used as a catalyst in various chemical reactions. It can be used for the hydrogen storage. Fullerenes are used as a diagnostic or therapeutic agent. Carbon 60 derivative act as a potential inhibitor to HIV for trapping of small size ions from the solution or water. So for that purpose it is also used and it is useful for the drug delivery system. So medical application is also there. So this is all about the structure, properties and application of fullerene. Let's move on the next point, that is CNT. So CNT means carbon nanotubes and we know that it is a nanomaterial which is two-dimensional. So what is CNT? Carbon nanotubes can be considered as cylinders which form by rolling or folding of the graphite sheet. So there are the two types of the CNTs. The first one single wall and second multi-wall CNT. So multi-wall, it is also called as a concentric CNT. Okay, so here the first diagram which indicate about the graphite sheet which containing the hexagons, and due to curvature of these hexagons we get here the formation of single or multi-wall CNTs. Middle diagram indicates the single wall and the last diagram indicates the here multi-wall CNTs. So single wall carbon nanotubes means what? Single wall CNT is the single folding of thick layer graphite sheet. And there are the three types of the single wall CNT. The first one zigzag, second armature, and the last chiral or helical. So these are the types of the CNTs, that is single wall CNTs, which are formed by folding of graphite sheet in a three different ways. The zigzag and the armature CNTs, that is single wall CNTs, are a chiral, while the helical single wall CNT is chiral. The armchair single wall CNT shows the electrical conductivity, but the zigzag and the helical single wall CNTs are act as a semiconductor. Okay, so these are the three diagrams which indicates here the first armchair, zigzag and helical structure of the single wall CNTs. Second, that is multi-wall CNT. It is also called as a concentric, means what? It can be considered as the collection of concentric single wall CNT with the different diameters. It is a multiple rolled layers or concentric tube of graphite. Okay, so which are the properties of carbon nanotubes? The first one, the most dominant property of CNT, that is carbon nanotube, is their highest strength and stiffness in the weight ratio. Another useful characteristic of carbon nanotube is their easy penetration, okay, with the cellular structure such as a membrane. They look like a smallest needle, so there is possibility that they can function like a needle in a cells. Carbon nanotubes also have unique electronic properties. Their electrical resistance changes, okay, when existing molecules are attached with the other carbon atom. So this is all about the carbon nanotubes with their classification and types and properties. So I stop here. Thank you.